I want to share a story with you this evening. This children's book has been one of our very favorite Thanksgiving stories since the kids were very, very little. Even now that they're bigger, we still love to read this story. It's called The Thanksgiving Door, and it's just a sweet story about Thanksgiving and being together. I think that you'll enjoy it too. So why don't you join me as I read it? The Thanksgiving Door. Thanksgiving Day. Ed and Ann were home alone. And then, oh no, Ann burned the dinner. Ann felt plain awful because she had ruined Thanksgiving. She decided that she had to iron clothes, but Ed was hungry. "Let's go see if that new restaurant down the street is open," Ed said. "Oh, all right," said Ann, "but it won't be the same." The door to the New World Cafe was open. "Hooray," said Ed. He quickly hung up their coats. Ann said, "Is this a Thanksgiving table decoration? This looks like a pilgrim and an Indian. But who is the dancing man with the beard?" "I am not sure that we should be here, Ed." "Nonsense," replied Ed. The door was open. Many unhappy eyes peered through the kitchen door. "This is horrible," Leon whispered. "Who left the front door open? We can't have customers today. Our party will be ruined." "Let's get rid of them," said Tatiana. "I'll bang these pots together. The noise will scare them away." Grandmother had heard all that she could bear. She dropped her peeled potato into the pot and said, "Enough! In old country we bang pots at wolves, not hungry people. Today is Thanksgiving Day. Family cooks turkey big as a doghouse, but we don't share? Ah!" She shook her head. "Grandmother is right," said Olga. "Go get some chairs." Olga showed Ann and Ed to the best seats at the table. Aunt Sophia brought 2 more table settings. Grandmother said, "Happy Thanksgiving! Welcome, welcome! We are glad you are here." And that's how Ann and Ed found themselves guests of honor as this family celebrated their first Thanksgiving in the New World Cafe. After dinner, Ed asked for a check, but everyone pretended not to understand. No, we dance now. Please stay." Ann and Ed had never heard of a family dancing on Thanksgiving, but they were having such a good time, they just said yes. Ed followed the men upstairs to help move tables out of the way. Ann stayed with the women and got to hold the new baby, Sonia. Uncle Carl struck up the band and the young dancers got things started. Soon everyone joined in. Even Ed, who had never danced a lick in his life, kicked up his heels. And Ann loved to dance. She knew all the steps. She taught everyone the conga. In no time at all, they were dancing in one huge conga line. What a hit! It was really late when Ann and Ed said their goodbyes. Grandmother gave Ann a table decoration. Papa and Ed traded hats. Ann gave her telephone number to Sonia's mother in case she ever needed a sitter. They all said, "Thank you for making this such a special Thanksgiving." When it was time to lock up the cafe, Papa could not get the front door to close. When he looked down, he found a raw potato jammed under the door. "How did that get there?" he asked. "In old country, Thanksgiving door is like a happy heart, opened up big and wide. Potato good for that," Grandmother said. "You're right," was all that Papa said. When they got home, Ann lit the candle from the cafe and made tea. "What are you most thankful for on this wonderful Thanksgiving?" she asked. Ed thought. Many things crossed his mind, but what was he most thankful for? "Well," he said, "I guess I'd have to say, my dear, that I'm most thankful that you burned our dinner." "Oh, Ed," she said, "me too." And that is the end. They had such a happy Thanksgiving. It wasn't what they had planned, but it was better than they had even thought that it could be. And you know, Thanksgiving is different for many of us this year too, with this COVID going on, but we can still have a happy Thanksgiving. and I hope that you and your family have the most wonderful Thanksgiving of all.